Dear Diary, life has been quite difficult lately, no? Parang it's so hard to keep up with everything that's happening around us, and it makes me think about how I live my life. Kaya today I asked myself the question, am I living a holy life? Well, that question is simple yet difficult to answer. But first, what does holiness mean to me ba? Before, I immediately think na it's about being active sa church or even becoming a nun. Well, di naman mali, but I believe that it's way more than that. As stated in Pope Francis Gaudete et Exsultate, to be holy does not require being a bishop, a priest, or a religious. We are frequently tempted to think that holiness is only for those who can withdraw from ordinary affairs to spend much time in prayer. That is not the case. We are all called to be holy by living our lives with love and by bearing witness in everything we do, wherever we find ourselves. In other words, holiness is being Christ-like by living our lives following the example that has been set by Jesus Christ. So with that definition, what are my own ways to live a holy life? First, connect or reconnect with Him. Ops, Him as in Jesus Christ ha, huwag kang clown. So of course, He's the best one we could talk to kasi footsteps nga niya yung sinusundan natin. We can say a little prayer as we wake up, before we go to bed, or even at the most random moments of the day. Just like any other relationship, communication is the key to a closer relationship with Him. Second is to harness my talent or potential. So our God-given talents are meant to be shared. Binibigay sa atin yan para gamitin at hindi ipagdamot. We can use them for worship, entertainment, or as any form of expression. In putting our talents to use, we will find great joy and satisfaction, which can also lead to finding our purpose. Now let's move on to how I translate my personal efforts so kung paano ako makipag-interact with others. Unang-una, be kind. Simpleng-simple, pero parang ang hirap gawin minsan, right? Pero everyday, I remind myself to be kind because I don't know the whole story behind every person. The encyclical letter Fratelli Tutti tells us that kindness frees us from the cruelty that at times infects human relationships, from the anxiety that prevents us from thinking of others, from the frantic flurry of activity that forgets that others also have a right to be happy. Lahat naman tayo ay may problema at may pinagdadaanan eh. That's why there should be no room for selfishness when it comes to relationships. A simple, "Kumusta?" or telling them that something reminded you of them can already create a smile on their faces, even if we're miles apart. And I think that is kindness. Next is to engage with the community. Before, even when I was still in junior high, we were already exposed to community activities and interactions. My choir before performed in fundraising concerts, and one time we even serenaded the cancer patients in PGH. When I entered senior high school naman, I joined school organizations that gave me opportunities to volunteer in and outside the campus. E ngayong college, kasabay pa ng pandemic, paano na? Ang hirap gawin. But luckily, my university has community development projects in which I had several opportunities to be part of, kahit online lang. So I shared all those personal experiences kasi gusto ko sabihin na posible pa rin. Despite our current setup, we should still find ways to share our blessings with the community. Lastly, and most importantly, is to appreciate life. Me being able to study in college, meet my friends, be with my family, play with my dogs, are some reasons why I should be grateful every day. Things can be overwhelming at times, but we should not forget to appreciate all the little things that give meaning to life. Our encounter with God takes place in our everyday routines. That's why they say that holiness is a lifestyle. Hindi natin to ma-achieve ng overnight lang. We need to be consistent. There is no step-by-step process on how to live a holy life as long as you imitate Christ. Now, what is God's plan for me? Maybe I'll leave that for my next journal entry.